I'm challenging every last one of y'all up in here today. I'm challenging everybody up in here today to get their mind changed. I'm challenging everybody up in here today to get their mind changed, to get their mind renewed, to get their mind back on winning, to get their mind back confident, and to take your place back where you belong. Life won yesterday. Life won the day before that. Life kicked your butt 2 weeks ago. Life kicked your mom butt 10, 25 years ago. And that's why you get to this same crossroad and you can't cross it. Because you've never seen nobody do it before. Before you don't remember nobody else winning and coming back from this decision that you made, from this position in life that you in. It ain't that hard. All you got to do is believe that you could be the one to do it. You could be the one to do it. It's something called house arrest. House arrest is when they put this little box on your leg and they tell you you can't go from this far from this way, that far from that way, and you got to stay right here. You got to stay confined into this house right here. Wherever we program this box at, it better be on your leg and you better not move outside the parameters of this right here. And some of you may say, well, I'm not on house arrest. I ain't did nothing wrong. Yeah, you are on house arrest because that place in your mind got you confined. You can't move past the friends that you connected to in your past. You can't move past the thought of your parents not going further in life than you are right now. If you can't look in your family tree and see a millionaire, having $1 million is only a fantasy to you. And once somebody get $1 million, they realize it ain't even that much money. You gotta want better than you ever seen done before. House arrest. If you don't believe me, look at some of these athletes, these movie stars. They on drugs, they on cocaine, they on heroin, alcoholics. NFL players getting signed for these multi-million-dollar contracts ain't even played a game yet. And they get arrested for DUI. They get arrested for drug possession. They test positive for narcotics. Why? It's not because they felt like getting high. It's because they on house arrest and they can't move past the thoughts from their environment. You can't move further than the thoughts that's connected to your past. And sometimes you got to get rid of your best friend if your best friend is the one that's holding you down. You got to be able to cut everything off. You got to be able to cut the rope. You want to lose weight, right? I keep hearing people say, I want to lose weight. They'll make a mistake on Monday, and then it's like, I ate a hamburger today, so then I'm going to start next Monday. So every time you make a mistake, you push your goal setting back a whole week. Man, forget you on house arrest. Forget that. You on house arrest. You got to get off house arrest. Every time you roll past somewhere that got your favorite food that you know you ain't supposed to be eating, it's just like that little house arrest box. It start buzzing. Zzz, zzz. It's trying to entice you to come back. Just like when you go too far out of your zone with that house arrest box, it buzzes until you better get back for the authorities come. And some of us ain't gonna move past. We ain't gonna move past the environment from which we come. You gotta be strong enough not to be submitted to the house arrest, but to be able to cut that rope. You gotta look at your friend and say, look, man, I gotta do this. You gotta look at your boys and say, man, I gotta study. You gotta get off house arrest. You got to know that you can win. Yeah, it's tough. Nobody before you has done it. Yeah, it's tough. But look at Muhammad Ali when he fought George Foreman. He knew for a fact that if it was strength versus strength, he was going to lose that battle. He was going to lose that fight. But he knew that he was the fastest. He was the prettiest. And he had a reputation to hold. He knew that he couldn't lose this fight. The Rumble in the Jungle back in the 70s. He knew that he couldn't lose. So what he said he went back to the lab and he started practicing on how to take a punch, because he knew that if he can get Foreman tired, he'll overcome and win. He knew that he'll win if he could overcome these punches, because George Foreman was brutal. So what did he go back and do? He went back and tried himself. He learned how to take a punch. And eventually he got into the fight and George Foreman is beating him up, got him leaning all up against the rope, destroying him. He turned right back around in the 8th round and destroyed him. He destroyed him. Foreman missed one time because he was tired. Threw a haymaker and missed. And then Ali destroyed him. So I'm telling somebody today, life is throwing its best punch at you. Your family member probably passed away. You probably lost a job. Something got stolen from you. Your best friend betrayed you. Your boyfriend keep leaving and coming back. You on house arrest. Cut them loose. You on house arrest. Cut it off. Cut it off. You want to go to college and you in high school right now and you struggling, man, cut them friends off. Cut them people off that's destroying your ability to move forward. Cut it off. You got to be able to cut it off. You got to be able to get off house arrest. You got to be able to know that you have to go to the next level. You got to be able to know that you can achieve at the next level. And the only way you're going to prove to yourself that you could achieve at the next level is that if you can achieve right here. Right here, right now, make up in your mind that you're going to cut off the rope. Get off house arrest.